How to draw dynamic poses. Let's open up our sketchbook. This is the first page. For this session, I am going to use a doll from Temu. Obviously, it's not the real deal, and you get what you pay for on Temu, but this one was $8. So I thought I would give it a shot. And this is very cool. You can bend it any way you want it to. It's you can make any pose. You can make dynamic poses, running, fight poses, jumping, crawling, whatever you want to. You can even take the head off, and it also came with some hands in different poses and also guns and other props. So really cool for the price. And I really like the proportions and the anatomy. I find it believable. It's not too big, it's not too small. It actually looks like a human and not like this doll. So what I did was I took some photos. I tried to create some poses that I find cool and under a good light. And here is what came out of it. And I'm going to show you my process right now. So what I like to do when drawing poses, and especially dynamic poses, is I try to not make them too stiff. It's all about the dynamics. It's all about, you can even exaggerate if you want, but try to keep the proportions right. So it's all about making the proportions good and making the figure believable. So generally I start with the head and then I work my way down the head, torso, shoulders, and then I go down to the pelvis and the legs. And I have to say it again, I really like this doll. I really like the proportions and the figure itself, because it needs to be believable. It needs to have accurate proportions and good anatomy. And I find that I've been reading about these dolls. They are called Body-Kun dolls, and they are supposed to be human-like. I remember checking them out on Google, and it was quite pricey. So I thought I would just skip it and try to go for a action figure instead, and that was a bad choice, because the Superman doll that I have, it's 30 centimeters and it's just way out of proportions. It looks really bad. You can still use it as a guideline, but I really find that it's way easier to work with dolls that have correct anatomy and just looks more human and not too hero-like. And they are also built in a certain way that it's easy to see where the rib cage is and where the pelvis is, and the knees and the elbows and shoulders. It's very easy to see where the joints are, and it makes it way more fun and easy to work with. So yeah, thumbs up, 10 points for these dolls. I would like to get more, of course. I bought 3 of them and I would like to have 7 more. Yeah, really. I have seen some artists here on YouTube. They have been using them for original work, where they put some clothes on them and they put them next to a table or just in a room next to a wall, and they can easily make their own original work. So you can create any scene that you want, and you can have a good consistent light. You can do whatever you want, and like I said, the anatomy and the proportions look really good, for especially for the price. It's insane. Actually cost me $8. Okay, so we have done 2 of our 4 figures, and we are going to draw 2 more dynamic poses. I honestly don't think the second one was too dynamic, because he's really just standing there with his arm behind his back. But anyway, I really just wanted to test these dolls out, and I really wanted to draw some cool poses. Yeah, like I said, it's how I draw poses. I start with the head and then I work my way down. Some people like to draw with the beanbag. It's very easy to use the beanbag if you are doing gesture drawing. I haven't really tried it myself. I really like this method. It just works for me to start with the head and then go down for the torso and the rib cage. So yeah, I also try not to kind of overextend. You really need to look at how long the arms are, and every joint, really, the legs, the calves. You can easily make mistakes, and You can also easily fix it. So really just try to look at the reference photo and not too much on your own drawing. Try to see where the joints are. Try to see the proportions, the lengths, and yeah, that's really it. That's it's not much to it. You just got to practice, draw hundreds of them in your sketchbook, and you are going to get very good. And another thing that you should practice is perspective. Some people, they just avoid it, but in the end, it's gonna catch up to you. It's gonna bite you in the behind if you if this is what you want to do, draw figures, especially dynamic poses. I think it's good to start with 1 point perspective, where you kind of line up maybe 2 or 3 figures. I think that's the easiest way to learn about perspective, and you will absolutely need it. It's perspective, anatomy, and proportions that you really need to get a good grasp of if you want to be successful in drawing good figures. Believable figures is all about making them look good and making them look believable. So yeah, just go practice. Practice anatomy and perspective, and that's really the key to drawing dynamic poses, drawing good figures.